Here's their favorite Baghdad Bob, Admiral Kirby. It's a little long, but I want you to listen at the end to a bizarre phrase he uses. Not that the Palestinians should be safe, but they should have a sense of safety. Listen to this.
Let's talk about this map that you have referenced, the fact that Israel has said these specific places are safe zones. Obviously, civilians were already told to evacuate from the north. There's a sense that these civilians don't have a place to go. A UNICEF spokesperson tells the Washington Post, quote, "There is nowhere to move to. Nowhere is safe in Gaza." What is your response to him and others?
Well, we understand the anxiety and the fear there. I mean, not only are there still a lot of civilians in southern Gaza, there are more civilians in southern Gaza because the Israelis accounted for humanitarian corridors to get hundreds of thousands. So we're estimating more than about 1 million. So that's roughly half the population of Gaza before the war is now internally displaced. That's a lot of people. And so we understand the concerns by the UN and by other non-governmental humanitarian organizations in there. That's why, again, we're working with our Israeli counterparts to do everything they can to provide these areas where people can go and feel a sense of safety. And again, they did put some information out in the last 24, 48 hours to articulate those kinds of areas. That's a step in the right direction.
A sense of safety. So we'll chase you to a certain area, you'll go to that area, and then we'll kill you in that area.
Right. It's you know, Judge, up until these last couple of months, I always resisted the use of the term evil because it's such a subjective term. And you hear it over and over again. And I'm personally kind of scarred by the fact that 15 years or so ago, almost 20 years ago in Washington, D.C., you couldn't go through an office in the Pentagon, over at the old executive building, at the State Department, wherever, without seeing these plaques all over the place. Evil prospers when good men do nothing. I mean, it was just a mantra that just enabled this righteousness within the U.S. government that allowed for, say, the invasion and occupation and destruction of Iraq. So I've always been hesitant to use that term to describe something as evil. And in the last 2 months, I have reversed myself on that. The gross inhumanity shown by Admiral Kirby there, the willingness to lie, the smugness in which it's all contained, as tens of thousands of people have been killed, buried under rubble, just the destruction, all these videos we see every day that we are witnessing with, I guess, our lying eyes, according to Kirby and others. Things we wish we had never seen and wish we never see again, and we will see tomorrow as they drop more American-supplied bombs onto southern Gaza, right? These places that were supposedly safe. And so all the lies, all the half-truths, the disingenuous nature of it tucked into this killing. I don't know how to describe it as anything other than evil. And so I found it to be very profound in this. I mean, I've done this my whole life, this study of war, and I have never seen anything like we are witnessing right now. And I've seen a lot of terrible things, obviously, right?
Very, very articulate and very profound what you just said. Matt, thank you for your time. Thanks for your thoughts. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.
All right. Thanks, Judge.
Sure.